Hey guys, what's up? I am finally back, and hopefully for good. So I've had a lot of changes in my life since I graduated college. I moved to my aunt's, started working for her business, and now I have moved back home. As you can tell, there's a little bit of changes. I have a different bookshelf and stuff, but I have moved back home and I am currently working somewhere that I like a lot more, and it gives me more time to give you guys content as well as read. Over the summer I really did not read at all because I was just working, and there just wasn't any time, and that made me very, very sad because I definitely am someone who has to have that time set aside from work, and this new job that I have is amazing, and I just have all the time in the world. Well, no, I won't say that, but I have a lot more time to read. So I have some huge plans. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to share with you the books that I want to get read before 2022 arrives. It's ambitious, I'm not gonna even lie. So I did do like a December TBR kind of with my Bookopoly, but I'm probably not gonna stick with it now that I'm thinking about it. The first book that isn't an ARC that I want to get read before 2022 is American Royals by Katherine McGee. This is I think this is a duology. I could be wrong. But I just love royal romance, and I believe that's what this is. And I love a good royal drama, so this is very high on my list. I just recently got it, and the cover is gorgeous. So I am very excited about this. Yeah, so I really want to get to this. This is actually on my December TBR. So I'll at least get one book read from that. And I think I'm going to do my TBRs a little different in the new year, so stay tuned for that. This is very much a updates video as well as a what books I need to read before 2022. So I'm going with books that I own currently, because I have a lot of library books I checked out that are books that I want to get read before the end of the year. So the next one is The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn. This is the second book in the Bridgerton series, and this is Anthony's story, which I don't know. I am not a fan of Anthony, to be honest. Like, I wasn't a fan of him. He wasn't as bad in the books as he was in the show, but I still am hesitant about him. But I'm currently in the middle of it, and I just want to get this read because the second season of Bridgerton comes out next year. I don't know when, but I just thought that I would get it read, and I have the audiobook for it, so it shouldn't be that long. The next book is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. This is a thriller or a horror. I think it's a horror. I think it's under that. But about a girl who lived with Victor Frankenstein, and that sounds amazing. If you don't know, I am obsessed with Frankenstein. I absolutely love that book. So anything based off of it, I want to read it. So I'm really excited, and if I don't get to it, it won't be bad because it does fit into Buzzwordathon prompts. But I would like to read it sooner rather than later. So this is definitely a book that I want to get read this month, because this is probably going up in December at some point. So the next book is This Close to Okay by Lisa Cross Smith. This is a book that has interested me since it came out. Did it come out this year? It's been a long year. Let me see. Yeah, it came out this year. So it's been a long year because I really thought this came out like last year. But yes, I'm very excited. I know this has mixed reviews, but I think that I'm going to love it. I really do. So I'm excited to read this one. So now on to library books. I have quite a few, and these are books that I really have been wanting to read. So we're gonna try and read them. The first one is Two Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. This is a book that I have checked out from the library multiple times and still haven't read it, but it definitely is up my alley because it is about two different timelines where this Lydia Bird is in love with two different men, and she sees how her life would turn out if I think someone dies. I think that's what it is, which I love. I love to feel pain. So this one will be interesting. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I just know that there's two time streams and they're both about love. And I've read a lot of books dealing with two different time streams this year. I read You've Reached Sam, which isn't technically two different time streams, but it is at the same time. And then I've read The Midnight Library. That one has multiple time streams happening. And then Recursion. I read a lot of books dealing with time streams, and I absolutely love them. So I'm excited to see what this one has in store. The next one that I got from the library is Heiress Apparently by Deanna Ma, and this one is another royalty situation, and I just really love royal stories. I really do. And so I'm really excited about this one. I don't know too much about it. I just know, I just know it's about royals, and that is why I want to read it. The next one might be surprising because I think it kind of fits into a fantasy category. It's The Infinity Courts. Okay, so I don't know if this would be considered fantasy or science fiction. There is a lot of... I don't know how to describe this book. I really don't. I will link the Goodreads description to this book below. But yeah, so she gets murdered. And then she's in like this human conscious. So I think it's more sci-fi. So I'm really excited about this one. So we have 4 more books. This one is A Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. I just read Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez and gave it 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. So I obviously have to pick up her other books. I know that the first one is The Friend Zone. I haven't read that one yet. I didn't realize it was a series whenever I started it, so it's fine. With romance novels, I think you can technically read them out of order because for the most part, doesn't give anything away. But this one follows Sloane and Jackson, which Jackson and Sloane are in the 3rd book, Life's Too Short. But you don't really get any information about their relationship, to be honest. So, yeah, I want to read this one before the end of the year because I know it's probably going to be another 5-star. The next book is Tell Me My Name by Amy Reed, and this is a book that I've been wanting to get to. I think it came out this year as well. Let me see. Yeah, so it came out this year, and it is about a girl who is on this island, and her and her friend attend this party, and something happens, and yeah, but it's mostly about being a girl in a world that takes so much from you, and I love books like that. I believe this is a YA, but yeah, I'm very excited. I think this is going to have similar vibes to Moxie. I haven't read Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed, but it is on my TBR. I just am more interested in this one currently. The next one is The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie, how do you say her last name? Goldie Moldavsky? I probably messed that up. But this is obviously based on Mary Shelley. But it is this girl, she gets involved with a prank and kind of messes up her life, and she joins the Mary Shelley Club, and they are all about pranks that deal with that are kind of tropes from horror movies and stuff. And so I think it's going to be very interesting. The writing is pretty big in this, even though this is a thick book. the writing's pretty large, so I think I could get through this one pretty quickly. But I'm very excited. This one also has very mixed opinions on it, so we shall see. But I think I'm going to enjoy it, hopefully. And finally, we have another series that I'm going to start. I'm not much for series, but lately I have been, just because a lot of romance novels have series. But I am going to read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The third book in the series comes out next year, so I need to get on the boat with this situation. I've heard it's amazing. It's a Knives Out type book, and I absolutely love that. So I think this is very much up my alley. I really hope I enjoy this, so I will be reading this one and hopefully the second one, maybe not this year, but early on next year, so that I am ready for the third one. That's all saying that I'm going to love the first one. So those are all the books that I want to read this year before 2022 arrives. Leave a comment down below what books you're planning to read in December. And yeah, this should be going up like December 1st, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to all of these books. I know it's very ambitious. I have a couple days left in November. I have 4 days, I think. And so hopefully I can get through maybe 1 or 2 of these books before December starts. I am so excited, and I'm very excited for 2022. There's so many books that are coming out, and I've pre-ordered a few of them already. And I will probably do reading vlogs, because my plan is, if I've pre-ordered a book, if it comes in early on in the month, I plan on reading it that month as well. I do have a reading vlog that I'm going to do for my pre-order of December, which is Out of the Fire by Andrea Contos. I read Throwaway Girls by Andrea Contos last month and absolutely loved it. So I pre-ordered her new book coming out in December. So yeah, that is also, I will put the cover here, that is also another book that I want to read before the end of the year, but I already plan on reading it, so that's why I didn't really put it in here. So yeah, I'm so glad to be back. This feels so nice. I've been wanting to come back for a while, but I just needed to adjust to the different changes in my life, and here we are. I am back. I will be giving you guys all the content about my year in books, because I kind of only did half the year. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.